So what I'm going to attempt to teach in this video is the layering of this bead that I've done on the side here. So we'll be needing size 6 crystals, which I used this color which matches the dress. I blended it with that off color, then some orange, and then some teardrop sequins as I call them. Then we need this longer needles as well. You can get some on the market. I prefer using normal sewing thread, so that's what you see here. I normally match it with a dress or something close in color. Some use a fishing line, but I don't, so you need some scissors as well. So let's get into it. So I've already done one side of the dress. I'll be attempting to teach with the other side. So yeah, this is my first time, so bear with me. So this is how it looks. So there's that marking, so I'm going to use this demarcation to do my measurements and beading. So I'm just going to use my eyes to measure it. So this is it. I've threaded my long needle. I always knot it and then cut it short like this. Then let's begin. So you're going to find your starting point. Normally some designers will give you a marking point, but then sometimes you don't get it, so you have to use your own brain or creativity to do that, which I found. So based on what I've done at the other side, I'm using that for this one. So I like to pick my beads straight from the strands as I buy them from, just as I got them from the shop, so it goes faster. I don't want to pour and then now start picking it one by one. So whilst they are still on the thread, I pick them. So there's the arrangement I'm going for. I picked the coffee color, and along the way I picked some orange to give it some color on the side. So you pick as much as you can and then measure and see if that's okay, but in this case it's too long, so I'm going to reduce it to meet the measurement that I prefer. So I'm using the other side to check. This is my first time, like I said, so yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a measurement as close as the other side. So yeah, you can use a measuring tape to try and figure it out, but I am good with using my eye to gauge it and then just, do my best. So what I did was to count the number of beads I use for the other side and then try to repeat that here, which is a lot of work. So you can see that my thread color is not matching to the dress as I normally do, or as I should, because I didn't have a coffee color thread at home. So since the beads were going to cover the thread, I felt it's okay to use. So I got my measurement right this time, so I'm just going to go ahead and then pass through the cloth and come down. So in layering, what you want to do is to give as much space between the previous layer and then the next layer. With that one, you can use the measuring tape to get an accurate measurement or spacing, but sometimes because of the design of the dress you might not have it, so you will have to go with your own intellect. So that's what I'm doing here. I feel that works better for me. Some people would like to measure and get a very accurate measurement. So see, I added that for an extra shine, so I'm trying to show you that I placed those sequins in there. So yeah, this is the second layer, and like I mentioned, you have to leave some space between the first and then the second. Try to keep them as even as possible. And even though you see me in this video doing it seamlessly, sometimes it involves you doing and undoing, having to bring the needle out. So if that case happens, don't feel bad. It's all part of the process. So sometimes you think you think you've gotten an even spacing, but then after you draw the thread you find out that maybe it's too short, or it's not looking as even as you want it. So then you will have to find a way to bring the thread back up, and then redo it again. In this case, I feel it's okay, so I'm just going to go. Sometimes you come out and then you feel it's too short, so this is halfway through. I have to fast forward so that the video can be short. So I kept repeating and then trying to, because I've already done one side, I kept trying to see if it's on the same range. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so I'd already done the front, so this what I decided to teach with. It just came to me halfway, so bear with me. So at the bottom or getting down, I have to put my hand inside the dress to make it easy for me to pass the needle. So at this point, I'm almost out of thread, so I'm going to knot it here. I like knotting the thread outside so it does not, itch or scratch against the person in case I should do it inside. I feel doing it outside and hiding it nicely works better, so the skin of the client is not irritated. So that's it. I just pass it through the cloths a couple of times at the same place, and then I couldn't find my new scissors, so this will do. So you want to cut the knots, the extra, the thing off as close as possible so it's not sticking out. When I take the video back or the phone back, you can see that it's not showing as much, so that's what you want to get. Yeah, so this is the front of the dress, and yeah, so this, I think, the last layer that I'm adding. So yeah, the other side was 19, so I tried to get 19 at this side as well. So yeah, it may not be perfect, but at least it should look close enough. So that's it, that's what I'm showing you. It should look close enough, and that's what we are going for. Not perfection, but sameness. So that's me ending the thread there. Yeah, I was working in the night. I had to finish this for the clients because the time was fast approaching. So yeah, it was around 12, and that's the last layer I was adding. After this, I did something to the arms as well, so we'll get to see that at the end of the video. So that's what I do. I keep passing it through the cloths over and over again, and when I pull it, it's hides very nicely. Yeah, so I cut the knot as close to the cloth as possible. So because you'll be cutting the knots very close, you want to do the knotting as many times as possible. So after you cut the knot, the excess or extra thread, it does not lose. Yeah, happy, yes. So let's see the finished work. Yes. This is the morning after, and it's looking gorgeous. The client loved it. Yeah, let me know how I did with my first tutorial. It came to mind halfway, and I hope you got something out of this. Please kindly like, comment, subscribe, because there'll be more videos coming. And yeah, stay blessed. If you would like us to teach you, find us on IG at Jenny's Bead. See you in the next one. Bye.